the American people stand firm in the faith which has inspired this nation from the beginning. We believe that all men have a right to equal justice under law and equal opportunity to share in the common good. We believe that all men have the right to freedom of thought and expression. We believe that all men are created equal because they are created in the image of God. From this faith, we will not be moved.
Hello, God bless America, and welcome to the Freedom of Thought podcast, which is on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, Double Twist. Thank you once and always for downloading and listening to this show. Freedom of Thought episode number 5. This one might be a little longer than the last one. Would like to hear replies from those of you out there. Would like to have some of you spread this show around so we can get some comments on the Facebook page, the Twitter account. Things just kind of a slow burn here getting started. So I guess that's to be expected. I'm not exactly Alex Jones or anything, so it kind of is what it is. Starting from the beginning when it comes to this type of topic. Been doing sports forever, but now getting into politics as well. So it's Christmas week, and something that's always been sticking in my craw for the last 20 plus years is this whole Merry Christmas to Happy Holidays thing. And I figured this is the week to talk about it. Might as well. Where everywhere you go, all you ever hear is Happy Holidays. Every commercial, Happy Holidays, Happy Holidays, Happy Holidays. It's like once in a while when you see Merry Christmas, your eyes light up and go, oh my God, I love it. Hallelujah. Somebody finally said Merry Christmas. Or even beers. They've gone from, the different seasonal beers. They've gone from Christmas ale to Celebration Ale. Greatest beer ever, basically, from Sierra Nevada. But seriously, Celebration Ale instead of Christmas Ale. Holiday Ale, Holiday Blend, Holiday. So whenever you actually see Christmas once in a while, like Christmas Ale from Bell's, it's like, all right, there you go. It looks like they get it. They kept the word Christmas in there. And that's the whole point right now is the war on Christmas, this and that. It's been a frustration of mine forever, and it does exist. There are many out there that would say it doesn't exist. That's just silly talk. But to me, it absolutely exists because, it's been going on forever. Remember even the Honey Nut Cheerios commercial in the early 90s. It was the cutest thing ever. It's a honey of an O. And then, the honeybee said, Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge. And then all of a sudden, by the mid-90s, it was Happy Holidays, Mr. Scrooge. And it just didn't sound right. And it was just not the same. And it's just watered down. And it's like, and it just seems like that's been the trend for the last many, many years. So at the bottom line, the whole arrogance of Happy Holidays, there's lots of holidays in December. And I've heard that exact quote, said that exact way hundreds and hundreds of times on podcasts, on radio shows, and in person, on Facebook. It's just like, okay, that's great. Well, you know what? If you want to acknowledge the other holidays, say Happy Hanukkah. And of course, being a Judeo-Christian and all that, well, of course, you don't want to be rude to Jews. So say Happy Hanukkah. That was really hard. Just say that instead of Happy Holidays. Say Happy Hanukkah. That was really hard. And if you don't want to insult your Muslim coworkers or whatever, say Happy Kwanzaa. Okay? It's not that hard. You don't have to force Merry Christmas on people that might not celebrate it. But, but to just say Happy Holidays, it's like the most boring, general, lazy thing in the world, I think, at the end of the day. Plus, it's literally, I do feel it's a way of not saying Merry Christmas. That's actually how I take it, and that's how I see it. I'm not offended by it, but just kind of, it's an eye roller. It's sad, it's disappointing, and it's watered down. I used to think way back in the day that Happy Holidays actually meant Christmas and New Year. I just figured Happy Holidays because it's Christmas and New Year. So I used to say it about 20 years ago. And then all of a sudden it dawned on me, wait a minute, that's all people are saying. Nobody says Merry Christmas. Or at least not many people. In corporations, it's always Happy Holidays, Happy Holidays. So that's where the disappointment started to kind of come in and roll down the mountain like a pile of dookie. That type of thing. down a muddy slope. Yeah, I just stole that line from the Angry Video Game Nerd, but that's pretty much how it's been. Kind of a slowly downtrend, slow disappointment. And then the Trump administration took over in 2016, and Merry Christmas seemed to make a comeback for quite a while. And I don't know. And now all the psychotics are out doing their Happy Holidays again. And you know what? It is what it is, and they think that Biden's going to win. I'm still holding out hope, this and that. And it's not just about keep up the fight for the Trump administration to get 4 more years. And yes, we'd like to keep doing that. But it's also keep up the fight against the New World Order. Keep up the fight, even if, Joe Biden is in office. We got to keep up the fight. And sometimes if just simply acknowledging Christmas as Christmas rather than the holidays is part of it. It is, because there obviously is an anti-Christ entity that has been taking over everything, particularly the media, but the media spreads out all over the planet. All over. Media's all over the planet are basically feeding this anti-Christ spirit, basically, that'll eventually lead to an anti-Christ himself. That's kind of where this world is heading, where everything but God, everything but Christianity is okay. Everything but Israel and Christianity is okay, basically. That's what they're focusing on. It's plain as day to me, and I think a lot of you Judeo-Christians out there that celebrate Christmas feel the same way. Traditionalist, conservative, that type of thing, which I consider myself very much. It's kind of how it goes. So if you don't feel comfortable, you can say both. You can say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. You can say that, that type of thing. You can say it. I think it feels better than just saying Happy Holidays. The other day, I knew this person was Jewish, and she said Happy Holidays. I basically just said you too, and a smile. I was acknowledged and moved on, and it's okay. You can even do that, I guess. But, because you don't want to force it on people that might not celebrate it, especially if it's a Jewish person. I mean, I don't want to mess with Israel because, well, think about it. What does the Bible say? He that blesses Israel will be blessed. He that curses Israel will be cursed. And that's another way to look at things. I know it's kind of more of a religious Christian Christmas type of podcast today, and that's kind of where I'm focusing at the moment. And that's where I think Trump still has a chance, because he did bless Israel. He was 100% pro-Israel throughout his entire 4 years in his first term, hopefully second coming up still. So it's good to stand on that word. He that blesses Israel will be blessed. He that curses Israel will be cursed. And that could be she also, like somebody named Ilhan Omar. And here is a soundbite I came across. I might have saved it for another show, but might as well just get it out right here, right now, from our friend Patrick Royce of Score North.
The only reason, as I said, the only reason I support Ilhan Omar is because Trump hates her.
It's just, like, what were they thinking?
I mean, if this was a video podcast right now, I would have my eyes popping out of my head right now, looking at the camera or looking away from the camera like, what? I mean, it just blows my mind. You're that childish? Seriously, you're 75 years old. You are one of the best writers I've ever seen. I mean, Turkey of the Year, Star Tribune Sports Section. He's one of the best writers of all time. Honest to God, Patrick Royce. And I love that voice. I mean, he might as well be Johnny Most of Boston Celtics, play-by-play announcer back in the day. I love it. It's all over! The Celtics win! I mean, it would be hilarious. But then he says something like that, and it's like, are you that childish? Are you like 12? The only reason why I support Ilhan Omar is because Trump hates her. Well, first of all, does Trump really hate her, or does he hate her politics and her big mouth? I hate her politics and her big mouth, and I'm sure Trump feels about the same. And that's somebody that curses Israel every single opportunity she gets. So, well, stand on God's word there too. He or she that blesses Israel will be blessed. He or she that curses Israel will be cursed. So, good luck being cursed, Ilhan Omar, because I think it's coming sooner or later. Enjoy your day in the sun, Ilhan, because it's coming. Sorry to say, and that's for the rest of you out there that feel that way about her, that think she's so special. He even said she's kind of cute. How can you tell? I mean, how can you tell? You can't even. There's no hair. I mean, she doesn't even. You can't even see her hair, for crying out loud. I don't think she even has any. But even if she does, I guess that's her business. Yeah, it's her policies that I dislike more than anything else. At the end of the day, and her big frickin' mouth. It's not about hatred. It's about not agreeing. It's about, I don't want somebody like this to represent my district, my state, my country, my anything. She's not American at all in her policies. Her policies are un-American. Her policies are un-American. Donald Trump's wife is not American either, but she represents the United States very well. My wife is very much pro-America in her views. My wife from Vietnam, because Well, from Vietnam, they came from communism. And what's the last thing you need is communism. When you leave communism, you want to come back to communism again or watch the country fall into communism just like Vietnam did? That's the last thing they want. That's why, like I said in the past, thousands and thousands of Vietnamese were marching all over the country supporting Donald Trump. And that's a good thing. That's good. And they're not the only ones out there. There's Russians that would support Trump in a big way, and it's not because of the Russiagate, because that's obviously BS. There was no proof, and their own guy couldn't prove it, and he admitted it. There is no evidence. When the Joe Biden fraud, there's a billion tons of evidence. So again, my focus again today, though, Merry Christmas. If you want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, okay, fine. You can say both, but as long as you keep in the Merry Christmas, that's fine. This and that, and just acknowledge the holiday. I had somebody a year ago at work who I think is kind of weird. She's Vietnamese also, and she's kind of weird. She's kind of weird. It's not because she's Vietnamese. She is just weird individually. It doesn't matter where she's from or whatever. She said Happy Holidays about Thanksgiving. It's like, okay, come on. Just say Happy Thanksgiving, okay? Just say Happy Thanksgiving, please. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird. Don't you like this country at all? Like Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving? You don't want to even say that? I mean, jeez. Happy July 4th. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Labor Day. Well, that's kind of a weird one, but just say Labor Day. Oh, yeah, have a good Labor Day weekend. Have a good Memorial Day weekend, July 4th. Happy Halloween. Yuck. Yeah, boy, nobody says Happy Holidays and Happy Halloween, do they? No, they don't. Boy, they love that Halloween. Halloween's bigger than Christmas, Thanksgiving, and all together, because it's Halloween. You get to go out and drink and act like an idiot and dress like you're 14 years old and be weird. Yeah, same thing for other days, but it's the strangest thing. Priorities, folks, priorities. Just like it says a million times, everything good will be seen as bad and everything bad will be seen as good, I guess. I mean, Halloween doesn't have to be looked on as the worst thing ever, as long as you're not literally like celebrating the evil of Halloween, and you're just enjoying the festive side of it, the pumpkins and this and that. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's okay, enjoying autumn for what it is, kind of a pretty time of year and this and that, and enjoying the quote-unquote harvest and autumn and blah, 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 blah. But when you turn it into witches and warlocks and magic and all that stuff, okay, yeah, yeah, that's okay. I'll pass. Hard pass on that one. Let's swipe left. Hard pass with all of that creepy stuff. Yeah, let's keep the Ouija board somewhere else. I don't think I want to go that direction. Again, it's just, priorities. The worldly vibe seems to be the winning vibe in general culture and the media and this and that, but luckily the silent majority can still win this fight at the end of the day, and thank the Lord that we will. With that said, Merry Christmas. God bless America. God bless you. God bless Israel. God bless everyone. Take care, and we will talk to you soon.